Hindi ka ba naapektuhan ng frontrunner status ng candidates? In a way, can you give us a hint of who the leading 5 girls are in your list? We have to end this with a bang. Get ready.
Okay.
Who is your last 2 standing? Okay! Nako! Biglayin natin si ating kumadre. What do you expect this coming Miss Universe Philippines 2020 finals?
Ay, handa ka na ba, Robato? This is kind of long because, you know, every time I talk about Miss Universe Philippines, may pasakali muna kasi ko dyan eh. Because people have always looked at Miss Universe Philippines as just a typical national pageant. Whereas in fact, it's actually a trend-setting national pageant in the Philippines. Because, Robato, Miss Universe Philippines is, believe it or not, like a pageant in reverse. When I say pageant in reverse, nasanay na kasi tayo that we focus on the face, the swimsuits, and the evening gowns all the time. Tapos, kapag dumarating ng Q&A sa finals, doon nyo na lang nakikita kung marunong ba siya, kung magaling bang sumagot. Now, what happens with Miss Universe Philippines is you get to know the people, the candidates first, their personalities, their passions, their advocacies, even before kanilang bulagain ang kanilang mga swimsuits or evening gown photos. Because Miss Universe Philippines focuses on the branding of the phenomenal woman. And, Robato, when you call a woman phenomenal, it's not just the physical. It should include the mental, the brains, of course, and their values as individuals, which will bring them beyond their years as pageant joiners. Kaya, ibang branding ngayon ng Miss Universe Philippines. Actually, I would say, ka-level niya ngayon ng Miss South Africa in terms of branding. In terms of branding, ha?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that intelligence tennis. I have watched a portion, or I think this is the first video showcasing 10 girls answering one question. So Ring and Light series. Have you watched that? Now, I think it's unfair for the very first girl who would answer because they were already given the answer. All of them heard the answer, right? So makapaggawa ng sagot yung iba. Don't they realize that it's unfair to the girls who would be ahead of the others?
Well, Robato, the content of the Ring Light series is, this was recorded individually separate. I've seen some of the recording sessions, and this was done separately without the other girls really having overhearing whatever they're talking about, or maybe taking a peek on the recording session. So, whatever it is that they answered is something that it's an answer to a question they've heard for the first time. It's not necessarily an answer to a question they've heard several times being answered by another person. So I would still say that the answers are authentic enough as something that they instantly thought of. But of course, there are certain parts there where the ladies had to deliver very long lines. Where, those are things that parang in a movie or a teleserye, guided na ng director tsaka scriptwriter yan.
True. Now, if you would be given an authority to ask another question for those girls, ano ang ibibigay mong tanong?
Should I ask the question to you and you try to answer it?
No, I won't.
Like you're a phenomenal woman.
We're live.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Can you answer it, Robato?
No, I won't answer that. Come on, what answer will you give them?
What question? Okay, this will be my question, and you will try to answer it, Robato. Because it's not hard actually. So here's my question, and please answer it as honestly as you can, as smart as you can, and as impressive as you can, Robato. Prove to your viewers that you are such a good Q&A person. The question is this.
May emergency po. Sorry po, may technical problem.
Actually, this is the question, Robato.
Okay,
It,
go.
it's kind of long, but as I always try to test the presence of mind of ladies. So here goes. Let us compare Miss Universe Philippines to mathematics. In your journey so far, what things were added to you, subtracted from you, and multiplied in you in terms of learnings or shortcomings? Please explain your answer. Ako masasagot ko, Robato.
Okay, syempre. Okay, what will be your answer to that question?
It's very easy actually. In terms of addition, I think knowledge. New knowledge is the first thing that was added to me because this Universe Philippines is like an online schooling. I now know how to expertly apply makeup and fix my hair. Subtraction. Definitely the image that I have of myself has improved. So my insecurities have been diminished ever since. I have a very high regard of myself, and I look at my image as something that would be able to live up to the name of Miss Universe Philippines. And multiplication. My confidence has multiplied two, three times more from the first day that I signed up for the contest. Thank you so much and have a good evening.
But you know what? Talking about the candidates' confidence, they looked very confident this morning when I saw the video. All of them answered. Yung nga lang, kagaya ng sabi mo, yung iba is long answers. Yun. But everyone, I think, could speak very well. Even Eliza, a lot of people criticizing Eliza that she couldn't speak very well when to use the English language, but she did.
Actually, Roberto, it's just that a lot of people have not given all the candidates a chance to really impress them. So many underrated performers in this competition. It's just that we are usually influenced by the front runners all the time because they're the ones we see again and again. But
At ito, bilang isang pageant vlogger, hindi ka ba naapektuhan kaya sabi mo kanina, what were you saying? Ng front runner status ng candidates in a way?
Siguro 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would be. But now, I look, siguro dala na rin ng age ko, Robato. I look at beauty pageants like the female candidates are like my daughters in a way. So, I try to show off all of them as much as possible. I cannot just focus on the front runners. Like here in Miss Universe Philippines, I know all of them by heart by now in alphabetical order.
Yes.
I can tell what their advocacies are. I can tell what they do for a living. I can tell what they're passionate about. And now that all of them are already in the final stage of the competition, all of them are in Baguio City, I just get so emotional whenever I see them enjoying and having the time of their life because this is what they've been waiting for. Sa haba ba naman ng lockdown and quarantine, my God, they were so patient enough to wait for this time to come. So I'm just very, very happy for all of them. And it's just sad that at the end of the period, we need to come up with our final predictions because this is still a competition. Like it or not, naglalaban-laban pa rin sila for one title. And I'm just waiting for the preliminaries to be finished next week. And I will release my final predictions.
Yeah. Me too. Now, I don't want to preempt your Miss Universe Philippines prediction, your final prediction, but a week before the pageant finals, can you give us a hint of who the leading 5 girls are in your list?
Okay. Because the preliminaries won't be until October 21 and 23.
True.
The names that I'll be mentioning are the ones who are considered or perceived favorites for the title. But if they do not perform as expected during the preliminaries, then it's just as good as giving away their
True.
chance at the crown. Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
so my favorites actually they literally represent Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Now, since NCR is part of Luzon, yun ang Luzon ko. And I have two from
Mm.
NCR there. Okay? Michelle Gumabaw and Bella Ismael, of
Yeah.
course, are already shoe-ins as front runners.
Okay.
You add to that from Mindanao, Eliza Malinaw, and then there are two from Visayas who are likely to figure out well. Pauline Amelings of Bohol and Rabia Mateo of Iloilo City.
Okay. Okay. Uh, we might differ in a lot of views considering the potential winner.
Mhm.
Rabia Mateo I've been hearing her name sa maraming mga vloggers, but still at this point, she still doesn't make my top 5 list. What makes her special to you? What makes you?
You know,
Okay, okay.
remember Robato earlier when I said that this is a beauty pageant in reverse because I am focusing on the personalities now and how they express themselves. I love girls who talk with authority. I love girls who know what they're talking about and who would have very firm conviction on their points of view. So, ang sarap-sarap lang pag nakakakita ka ng ganong klaseng mga candidates who would not rely on rehearsed answers and instead speak from the heart and then tell their opinions very spontaneously.
Yeah.
And Rabia has been showing that. I'm not saying that she's one of the strongest front runners, but actually Rabia has just started to really move
Hmm.
up this past month or so, and because of blame it on
I'll try
her.
to make a second look of her. Panoorin ko ulit siya mamaya yung kanyang mga ganun.
Yeah, watch her during her guestings, mga online guestings niya, specifically the one with Ashley Knights,
Okay.
and when she also guested on my show more than a week ago. So, ano, she has a different aura na compared to the
Hmm.
very first time that I interviewed her. She now speaks with more confidence and dignity.
Norman, we have our own candidate from Oriental Mindoro and Doc Adi. What can you say about Doc Adi?
Yes, she is one of the spoilers, in my opinion. Um, Adi, sige nga, complete her name. Complete
Adi,
her name. Don't look at don't look at Google. Oh, you're looking at Google. Okay, ako na.
Adi Hitomi Akayama, right?
Adi Hitomi Ariati Akiyama from
Akiyama.
Oriental Mindoro. Yes. She,
Yeah,
she,
I saw your post about her.
yes. Adi is very, very, she's a serious talker actually. I
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
it that she, and
Speaks well.
one thing so nice about Adi is because she is not your typical pageant joining person. Actually, this is her first biggest pageant so far. And I keep on telling her, I watch a lot of her pageant guestings, and you can tell that this is her very first big pageant because every time she talks, and when the spotlight is no longer on her, then she would go back to her very serious face, and
Mm.
people would think that, my God, she looks so masungit pag hindi na nakafocus sa kanya yung question or no. And then I would always comment, Adi, smile, 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 and then she would just give a big smile and then she would acknowledge me. Dito Norman, yes, I'm smiling now. I'm sorry. I always go back to that face na gano'n. Kasi nga yung face niya, yung face pang emergency room.
Mm.
Oo, hindi ba? Yung parang laging concerned about
Zero.
may papasok na bagong pasyente. Ay, naku, teka muna, may nasaksak. Tahiin natin. Or may nalaglag sa building. O, sige, lagyan natin ng plaster or something like that. yung mga ganun pa.
Supportan natin si Tito Norman. Ang pangalan ng channel mo, Tito? Tito Norman, right?
Pageantry Norms, actually.
Okay.
Pageantry Norms. And then, every Sunday, like tomorrow, I have my Sunday online show at 4 p.m. Pageantry Norms at the over the Philippine Pageantry page and the YouTube channel as well. I'm on my season 2 already, and tomorrow my guests will be 4 of the international delegates of Miss Earth 2020.
Okay.
2 weeks, yeah.
Supportahan natin si Tito Norman, mga kaibigan, if you are looking for essential information sa beauty pageant industry, then siya ang pupuntahan ninyo. We have to end this with a bang. Get ready.
Okay.
Now, sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon sa Miss Universe Philippines Pageant 2020, it's your last 2 standing.
Both of my last 2 women standing as of now before the preliminaries.
It's not who do you like to be there. It's about who do you think will make it? Who do you think will be left?
Basta ito I'm saying this before the preliminaries because
before the preliminaries.
Yeah. Michelle Gumabaw and Bella Ismael.
Maraming salamat dito, Norman. No more, no less. Na-excite ako. Okay, see you around at babalikan kita right after the finals night.
Yes. Papulahin mo na ang cheeks mo. Thank you for everyone who won.